Well, as expected, deranged MAGA cultist and self-proclaimed governor of Arizona, Kari Lake, has officially announced that she is running to represent Arizona in the U.S. Senate in 2024. But before we unpack all that, if you haven't yet, please hit that like, subscribe, and the alert bell. Maybe check out my Patreon. I'd appreciate the support. All right, folks, it's kind of strange because Kari Lake has been telling us for years now that she's actually the rightful governor of Arizona, that she defeated Katie Hobbs in the last gubernatorial race. So I'm not sure why she's doing this, but apparently she's in the mood for a part-time job. Ending weeks, if not months of speculation, she has officially announced to a rally of cultists that she is running for the U.S. Senate.
I am not going to retreat. I'm going to stand on top of this hill with every single one of you, and I know you're by my side as I formally announce my candidacy for the United States Senate.
As if the U.S. Senate doesn't have enough problems already. Yeah, so typically senators don't have running mates when they run. That's usually reserved for presidents, but I think she might be the first to have an official running mate, which would be her ring light. So the situation in Arizona is interesting because Arizona is a purple state. It's competitive. That's why even though Joe Manchin gets on my nerves in terms of being somebody who for the most part votes with Democrats but is a gadfly in the worst possible way when he does dissent, he's not primaryable in West Virginia, right? He's the best Democrats can get. Kyrsten Sinema, who was a Democrat and is now independent and is the incumbent, who mostly caucuses with Democrats, she's fair game. Okay, she is absolutely gettable. And so there's a progressive Democrat running against her, Ruben Gallego, who used to be in the House of Representatives, but he resigned in order to run against Kyrsten Sinema. Now, that's going to be a tough race. You throw Kari Lake in the mix, and it's going to be an interesting three-way battle because Kyrsten Sinema is now an independent. Kari Lake will be running as a MAGA Republican, and Ruben Gallego would be running as a Democrat. And it'll be interesting to see how that alters the dynamic in an utterly purple state. But for what it's worth, Kari Lake actually got the official endorsement of the God Emperor of the Trump cult, Donnie himself.
Hello, Arizona. I love Arizona. It's great to be with you tonight and with your next United States Senator, Kari Lake. I wish I could be there with everyone, but I'm busy on the campaign trail and fighting off all of the bad people. And we're running for president. We're doing really well. We're leading every poll by a lot, in fact, record numbers. And when I'm back in the White House, I need strong fighters like Kari in the Senate. She is a fighter. She's strong and she's good. She's got a great heart, by the way. For 4 incredible years, my administration brought historic peace and prosperity.
And so on and so forth. This was supposed to be an official endorsement video of Kari Lake, and he gets that out of the way in the first 15 seconds and makes the rest of the video entirely about him. Classic Donald Trump behavior. But yeah, that's the situation. I would hope that Arizona and Arizona citizens and residents, they recognize their voters, that Kari Lake would be an absolutely poor fit for the U.S. Senate, even if you're a conservative, perhaps especially if you're a conservative, because she's a deranged ideologue and cultist, not actually somebody with, strong conservative bona fides. But who knows, right? Either way, this is the situation. It will be Kyrsten Sinema, independent, Ruben Gallego, Democratic progressive, and now Kari Lake as a deranged MAGA cultist. 2024, the Democratic Senate race just collectively is going to be a very tough battle. The House is looking much better than the Senate. It's going to be really, really hard for Democrats in 2024. I hope that Kari Lake's entrance into the race is actually going to make it a lot easier for us, at least with Arizona, but only time will tell.